Radiant team ban. Liquid's turn to pick.
Invoker needs assassin.
Radiant team pick.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DAC group stages. I'm going to pick something here because we've got Liquid versus iG.Vitality game 2. Established we don't, well, it doesn't matter in terms of our bracket. As you said, if iG.Vitality, no, if Liquid win this one as well, they might be in a position where they could get third place, right? Maybe.
Could be. Maybe.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't know.
so.
It's a lot of maths to work out. Yeah, if they win, they may be third place, which I believe with third place gets the choice.
Yeah,
they can choose who they play.
It's
Which is pretty big in
worth
one
playing for.
Yeah, it's pretty big
Yeah,
in one
you got to choose who you're
best of
against
one.
in a BO1.
Yeah.
I think is a big deal.
Liquid's turn to pick.
And some of those Group A teams are not having their best tournament. Like
No,
you
you
could choose
could
like a
pick a weak-
faceless right now. You'd probably feel pretty good about a BO1. You end up as Liquid against like Wings BO1 or Empire in a BO1. I think you'd be like, ooh, we're versing Empire in a BO1. That's scary.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
faceless.
Empire's a wild card, yeah.
5 seconds
So
remaining.
yeah, I think with that in mind now, I think looking back on that game, that was probably not as experimental as we maybe
Reserve
thought from
time.
Liquid. They probably, I mean, always going to be playing serious
Yeah,
to win,
for sure.
but
for sure.
they definitely aren't just totally messing around.
The Invoker picked up first. It's obviously, as we've certainly seen, and where Miracle incredibly clean. One, I want to say 0-12. Both Miracle and Samael have been having. So certainly one of them, and if they want to play it, they do have to grab it here. Very
Radiant
likely
team ban.
banned. In return, we've got them opening with Assassin and the Juggernaut. So two heroes that they can, in a sense, deal with, and they're
Liquid's
pretty
turn to
relatively good
ban.
against the Invoker. They've got ways to kill him and control him.
Burst him if you gank him with a Nyx, blink him with a Jug, by Invoker, but I won't be seeing a Magnus kind of. I mean, I don't mind seeing the hero a lot. It's definitely not a boring
10
hero to cast.
seconds
And has some
remaining.
good flashy playmaking capabilities. Mind control was really effective in the offlane, but it's like I feel like the
Liquid's
best hero on the
turn
patch
to
right now.
ban.
Magnus. At least like the best initiating type hero. Like I feel like Lifesteal's the best carry, Magnus is the best like initiator. I don't know, support pool seems kind of open as far as who the best supports are right now.
Radiant team pick.
Set in stone clear best support. Liquids.
Two of Liquid's
Crystal
bans
mating.
themselves as well, just pretty much making sure that mid lanes is
Liquid's
not
turn to
possible
pick.
for Miracle's Invoker. Let's see.
Take it away from Kuro.
Absolutely. Kuro's favourites. Instead,
Jug,
10
Combos
seconds
is like-
remaining.
original, dual lane. Go to 1 day.
5 seconds remaining.
And yeah, maybe just Rubik or something for Kuro. The other
Reserve time.
just played a bit, but surprised I haven't picked up like some of the other trends, like the Dazzle is being quite popular for some teams like NP and EG. The NA teams like Dazzle and seem pretty good results when it's picked, but I mean they've got Jug for physical damage, but you're not all in physical damage draft just yet.
no. Go.
One thing I feel like I'm noticing more from the games I'm seeing is I feel like Blada's actually not
Oracle.
strong anymore. Other games I feel
Radiant team pick.
Talking about not being strong anymore. Cool. Here are that a lot of.
First Oracle?
I don't know. I think we
so.
saw another one. Was it OG? I want to say. I'm pretty. Was it OG?
Yeah,
We've definitely
probably.
seen one.
Yeah, because it wasn't in that list of on.
10 seconds
Was it? Or
remaining.
was it Faceless? Was it Wings? No, I think it was Wings.
5
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was
seconds
Wings.
remaining.
Okay.
I want to say it was Wings because I remember they had a couple of Shaman games and then it was like, oh, Shaman's not working. Let's pick another
Reserve
support
time.
that's a crazy one. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Wings. Out Oracle. Wow. I don't know. Can you check out the win rate for Oracle?
Probably been picked
It's going to be 100 or 0, yeah. Oh, 2 games.
100%.
Was it
Good hero.
Was it wings both time?
Wings both times.
It was wings both
They've been
times.
winning with Oracle.
Oh, there we have it. 100%
And
win
they've been
rate.
winning with Quap. What is Wings doing? They win with Quap, they win with Oracle.
They lose with everything else.
Garbage heroes and they win. All right. They're into something.
Liquid's turn
Now,
to
Batrider,
pick.
interestingly picked by iG.Vit, regardless of the Oracle. So, you know, Liquid do have already a way to deal with a lasso. Batrider will still be the pickup. And, yeah, because Batrider was always the hero that people have been taking away from in July, isn't it? So they've chosen a different way to deal with it this time, Liquid. Leave it in the pool, but just pick ways to counter it.
Oracle and Legion. False Promise and press the attack. Tough Batrider game for sure. They maybe just didn't expect it because it was already picked up as well. But hey, they're like, hey,
10
well, don't
seconds
really think they'll go
remaining.
bat, but if they do, we've got good answer for it. What Martu's last pick
Liquid's
is
turn to
Bone
ban.
Druid gets banned out, but be versatile.
Be a bit scary for iG.Vit because we saw the other day Mind Control have that amazing game on Legion. It was, of course, in that stomp against
10
MP in game.
seconds remaining.
So, but still, nonetheless, he played it very, very
5
well.
seconds remaining.
Very, very strong in the lane.
Like Liquid every day, like seem to have some new setup. Like
Reserve
yesterday,
time.
we saw super greedy GH Jungle Magnus
Yeah.
and Nagas. Today, it seems like GH like super active roaming. Probably be on the Sand King again. While it seems like they're gonna just focus more on winning lanes and good early games. Be adapting throughout this tournament.
Now, will Liquid be the team to bring another hero into DAC, Matumba Man Huskar? Could they do it with the Oracle? Would they do it? Would they risk it? Would they try it out? They
Liquid's
banned out,
turn to
you know,
pick.
some heavy hard hitters. You know, they can deal and kite a Huskar. Do it! Come on, Matu. Pick something. I mean, we're almost certainly going to see something more standard, but Huskar.
Morphling or something, but
Yeah, Morphling.
like I mean-
Troll maybe again.
10 seconds remaining.
There is a lot more viable cause.
but Husker. I'm
One
for.
day we'll
5
get a
seconds
Huskar.
remaining.
I don't think the hero's awful by any means. Every time I see it in like a pub game, I'm like, oh, this hero's still surprisingly strong, even
Reserve
without like
time.
dazzles and
Yeah.
oracles. I'd play Husker. 2015 kind of armlet toggle. Got dazzle on your team. Yeah, the hero's still to work.
Something entertaining from it. No trolls. Come on. Even a Lycan. Slide that in, Matu. Give us the nature's prophet. Have a little bit of fun. But as we mentioned, this win could put them in a position to get at least third and have the choice for the best of.
10
See,
seconds remaining.
So my man,
Ursa Warrior.
what will it be? It will be the Ursa. And
Radiant team
certainly
pick.
fits nicely. And again, very nice with the Oracle. Having that, get that life steal up, that bonus heal will pretty insane in these team fights.
A third hero that gets out of lasso.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if he once gets that Ags.
10 seconds remaining.
Break away. Vitality
5
still
seconds
looking for
remaining.
that. Well, yeah, should be the paparazzi hero.
Yeah.
Unless they want to play the jug safe and put something else mid.
Mid or
Reserve
carry, yeah, it's
time.
free flex.
Yep.
So if there's a hero they really want, that. But jug matchups alright against Invoker. That's not a problem there. Feel like they want to do jug safe and do the CM jug lane, get a different mid. See this
Quite a bit taken away.
kiting type hero, or not kiting, but this is. I mean, it's kind of a kiting hero. It's like you avoid fights. You don't kite your opponent. You just don't fight your.
And one of those heroes that can do very well. If they do indeed put it mid and take the jug safe, certainly has strengths against the Invoker in the mid lane with that pressure she can apply with the illusions and early levels, of course, Invoker. Very little ways for him to deal with that illusion spam and pressure to pull him away from the lane and allow Naga to CS freely.
Ursa really struggles against. Not like in a laning sense, but like in a strategic game has
Sure,
fights
yeah.
really badly against illusions. Doesn't push out waves, and that's the biggest of some of the heroes. They're gonna have to transition Sand King like in core this game because he's probably one of their best lane pushers. Legion's not great against illusions because
seconds
even though
remaining.
overwhelming odds clear them, illusions normally split up in 3 different lanes, so
5 seconds
really-
remaining.
solve that problem all too well. But definitely a great Naga game, but we'll see. Liquid could definitely look to snowball, have a strong early game, win lanes. GH do very well on these roaming 4 Thank you.
See, as we get ourselves in, any surprises with who's playing what? And indeed, no surprises this time for Liquid. And over on Vitality, as expected, it will be Cicada playing the Naga and Paparazzi playing Juggernaut. So we should be seeing Visarion taking towards the mid lane. Shield. Head off.
Prepare for battle.
Liquid actually making a beeline towards the bottom. I think. What if they go for any
Second
sort of
go.
early play? Yeah, yeah, GH has got one. Could yeah, they want to go for something to start off with. Get in position to do so. At the moment, just Paparazzi down in the neighborhood there. Zone. And there's the smoke. Liquid. Catch him out. Of course, still yet to skill, and we'll have that Blade Fury almost certainly, unless they can chain control him, but only really the stun from GH. So even if they find this Jug, it's going to be a hard one. They may get someone else if they head over towards the left. In July on the low ground. Could get the bat.
See him.
30
Yeah, this is the kill.
seconds.
In July, much easier target than the potential Jug they could have walked into. But we have it. Liquid with the first blood. The smoke successful.
Stains the banners.
Going to Miracle. He would have loved that kill. Probably even through the, he threw the Sunstrike. No, it was going to land, but would have tried to time it with the last hit. But Shrine's up. One of the nice things you can do as an Invoker is throw those Sunstrikes, and the Shrines in your base are active before the rune spawns, whereas the Shrines
The
outside your
battle
base don't activate
begins.
until minute 0.
Loaded.
Full mana for his lane, since we have mana for 2. That's half your mana pool. What are they doing? Kuro. Get it too. Doesn't do anything crazy.
Kuroki. These courier snipes.
Radiant's courier has
Classic.
been killed.
That's
And sweet.
not exactly how you expect an Oracle to be played, really.
And GH is there too for harass. Good playing mid.
With certainly the start that they would have hoped for.
Violating Cicada. Alright, they don't want to play a Naga game. They're like, this Naga's going to get removed from the game.
With a Sunstrike as well. And okay, not bringing him down low enough.
But he doesn't have a South. That was on the courier, so very tough lane. Has a Shrine, which is nice and all, but using that Shrine very early on because the harass is not. But top lane, dry lane.
Matthew's on his own because of these support movements from Liquid. And iG.Vit are able to punish that.
So iG.Vit have done the safe lane back, giving him a 1v1 against Control on Legion. Not great matchup for Legion, but also an okay one in that you can get rid of the sticky charges and press the attack, but when you're getting rid of them, sometimes if Bat's on top of you Fireflying, taking a lot of damage and builds get chased down, you can just re-napalm as soon as you turn them on.
Top lane Matthew should have a bit of an easier time now that Kuroki and GH have turned up to try and gain back some control of this safe lane for Liquid. Lane Cicada being forced back to Shrine. Miracle doing very well in this matchup thanks to that start that is we're able to grant him. Top lane. This round, dog fights, they've got the slow, they've also got a Burrow Strike if necessary. Miracle, he's going to be the one smiling though, and will be able to get that last touch, pick up that goal for the kill.
Denied.
Nicely done. Up to level 3, Cicada doing alright now that the supports have left his lane. They're getting some CS here and there, but this is typically a matchup Naga actually can hold her own and beat Invoker in 1v1. Invoker does not clear illusions at all, and he struggles against the Naga, even just in terms of the laning stage. But with the support help, that is not going to be the case now.
Top lane towards Paparazzi. Dogfights is there as well as Super with the control on the Blade Fury. They're doing now. The magic exists there, of course, from Kuroki as he grants it out. And that's actually going to be enough, it looks like, to save Matuma. Seeing the strengths there of the Oracle. Same time, the mid lane Miracle throws out a Sunstrike down to in July. I mean,
Radiant's bottom
he's already
tower
starting
is under
to
attack.
have the opening for one of those dream games. 2-0-1 on this mid Invoker at just before the 3-minute mark.
And there's no doubt in my mind, best Invoker player in the world. There are some really good Invoker players. We've seen Sumail show it off. We've seen other players highlight their Invokers here and there. No one touches him. Finding the Sunstrikes early on. If he gets off to a good start, that is a dangerous thought forward.
Top lane, be continuing to pull together this aggressive tri lane. We saw Kuroki and GH in the neighborhood. It's very hard for them to successfully finish off a kill on the man, but they're stunting his growth. They're keeping his farm down.
Still Nursa though, it's not like a key hero to shut down. It's not a good catch-up here in that sense, kind of like we saw earlier with the Clinks, like he shuts down early, like he can't really farm his way back in, but you don't need big items as Nursa. You need a few small items like a Phase, a Blink, a casual Morbid Mass so you can Roche, and you can do a lot of damage to start ganking. So because of Ursa's the lack of necessity to farm big items, I feel like focusing on shutting him down over shutting down like the Legion or the Invoker may not really pay off for IG.
Well, lane, Dogfights could be in trouble. They're still holding on to that Spike Carapace. Will use it, but GH has the Burrow Strike to follow up and allow man to get in. And it looks like in the mid lane, Miracle. Oh, got his ball here with Cicada. Cicada falling low. Miracle has got those 3 points to exalt for a Sunstrike. Which damage have we got on Malamo? 225. Yeah, wouldn't have been enough. Cicada does have backup of Dogfights. Mind Control's actually come across with an Invis Rune. Has 2 points in the overwhelming odds. And Cicada could be in a whole lot of trouble with the Cold Snap coming through as well as the punches from the two of them. As Liquid get themselves another kill in this mid lane.
Expected game. The offlaner who shouldn't really be leaving his lane. He's got a 1v1. You don't expect that Legion to move, but he found the Invis Rune. Having the Rune Ward meant that he sees an opportunity to get a key rune with a Shrine Heal. Actually go and find a gank opportunity. Bit of play there coming up. Control. Miracle. Continues to excel in this mid lane, close to level 6 already.
He's actually moving around the offlaners, the solo laners. Injuly is headed up towards top. They have the Paparazzi down bottom. Control doing a good job at forcing and harassing back. He was towards out though, so Paparazzi should be fine to. Control also himself getting low, but in fact the nukes bringing Paparazzi down low. Miracle will try for a Sunstrike. Catch Paparazzi. Engage.
Be annoying. Test this Naga jungle, knowing that Naga's completely vacated the lane, but Scam is even there to
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
happen, but swing towards bottom lane if he wants.
Lane in July. Looking towards Miracle. I mean, okay, with the stun and control from Super, maybe they can have a go. Do they have detection? Ada. Miracle just casually walk his way away from that one. And time for the 3 members of Vitality. You can get Kuroki though. Very deep at the moment. And to wrap around for Super, surely they can. He tries for the TP out. Super has got the cancel. They'll get something at the end of the day, and good news for Cicada as well. He's the one to pick it up, but again, Miracle hitting these Sunstrikes. GH was there with the setup Burrow Strike onto the Juggernaut.
Wasn't even with a duel. I was thinking, oh, was that a dual Sunstrike? That's a great combo that Liquid are going to be able to play into fairly soon. The sniper from the mid lane, finding kill after kill.
It'll be close to the 7-minute or so Midas timing. It's just a couple of hundred away. Looks to clean the H out.
10-minute Midas as Invoker. Incredibly fast and going very well for Liquid. Definitely showing the kind of form I think more expected Liquid to be in and coming into this tournament. At a rough group stage, they will be starting the lower bracket, but to go out with confidence.
Love it. Cool. Just complete
Dire's
and
middle
on the
tower
career on
is
its
under
way out.
attack.
Bottom lane, Mind Control putting some pressure on the tower. Paparazzi turning back up. Does have some backup as well in the form of Super. Mind Control's going to move in, look for the duel. Matsumaman's there as well as the Sunstroke to bring him down, and they'll get it. Successful duel, and Super, of course, has revealed his position. Liquid, they are searching for him. Super has actually managed to juke them. Put themselves a little scared as they see the TP coming in from Dogfight, so they won't get the CM because they get that important Jug kill. Again, getting the Sunstrike on target and making sure that the duel's successful for Mind Control.
Got that Midas up now. They'll fall back, shrine up, another duel in 20 seconds time. Very short cooldown on duel is one of the nice things about this spell, and that's going to enable them to continually just look for these pickoffs around the map. Matu's he's had it with top lane. He doesn't need to be there anymore. He's ready to go fight just with phase boots alone. He's got the Sunstrike support. He's feeling confident enough to start ganking.
They can find this mid. Paparazzi's headed over there. He's been having a tough time down bottom. And he feels the mid lane may be safe, but he's got to be careful.
Radiant Ward, I believe, saw them in mind control, poked his head out. Yeah, Matthew will now as well. But one thing is here, Naga has no control over the main jungle. And only jungle around that secret shop area, so there's only 2 camps there which she can realistically use. It's not really being all that feasible. And they're still going for this. They want to dive behind. Okay.
GH mind control, very deep, super. Be a very, very easy deal with them, but they actually don't. Mind control's going to hold on to the ultimate. Will be lassoed. In fact, with dogfights coming around as well, mind control's out and down. Would have been worth using that to just get that bonus damage, but I guess was anticipating that he'd survive and might need something bigger.
Doesn't have Sandstorm here.
Does have 7 stick charges. That will be enough to bring him up for a bow strike. Should just be able to play his way out now. The movement speed's too much from Paparazzi with those phase boots. Now iG.Vit able to take down 2 of Liquid's cores. So Liquid, yeah, as you mentioned, we're just sitting very, very deep there and relatively split up as well around that tier 1 and ends up hurting them big time.
Yeah, they've got Sunstrike support, but that's great for pickoff. It's not great for taking 5v5 engagements, and that wasn't even 5v5. That was like a 2-man in 2v5 kind of scenario. The entire iG.Vit team rotated in for that.
What a lane, mind control in. More world of trouble. The rotation comes through for dogfights. Paparazzi in July as they'll run him down. Almost certainly bring him down as well. Trying to keep himself alive with the heal, but the Firefly chase down will be enough. Paparazzi have to get the final touch. Good fortune for the side of iG.Vitality with Paparazzi starting to get himself involved in a couple of kills after being beat down pretty heavily in that bottom lane to start off with.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Trying to
Radiant's
bounce
middle
back
tower
with
is under attack.
key successive kills. JH comes in just to snipe a bounty room, but he's still level 4. Miracle's going to rush a drums here. Seeing different builds from him, going for like a very early game cost-effective stat item. Not making the big jump for the ag scepter, suggesting. I mean, he's so far ahead, that's one of those things where when you're ahead like this in levels, you actually maybe want to fight more. Invoker's just playing a more AFK farming role because he doesn't have such an easy lane. But with this easy of a lane, Miracle wants to join his team, wants to fight, and the drums will enable that. The ag scepter will come next, but there's still any need to rush the item.
Vitality actually with the 4 of them in the mid lane. They have got the setup. TPs will be coming in. Can they save him? They can't. Miracle's already taken down. TP from mind control. Look to try and save GH here with the heal, but it's not going to be enough. And Paparazzi really up in his game as these fights start to kick in. 5-2-1, getting himself fully involved. That massive as well, taking down Miracle. He was having the best of starts in that mid lane with the Midas timing and such, and iG.Vit able to hit him hard.
It's like Kuro's just not in the right places to save these targets that are getting gone on. First at bottom lane, he TP'd in, wasn't there in time. Next at mid lane, his TP was on cooldown for a few seconds, but part of playing Oracle, I think maybe saying Kuro's just not used to because he hasn't played the hero in a while, is just being in the right position and anticipating where those ganks are going to be. And neither time was he there for the false promise, the Fate's Edict turnaround with the Purifying Flames heals, so if he was in position, he could have saved either mind control in bottom, Miracle in mid, and I feel like he hasn't been that effective on this Oracle so far. He got given the safe lane for a while to get his fast level 6, and he hasn't been able to use that at all. He's getting some deep wards down, but he can't just get wards down, he needs 2 more.
Radiant's bottom tower
Great
is under attack.
play from Miracle again. I mean, didn't go for the straight, predictable one. Paparazzi tried his best to duke it out, but ended up walking straight into it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Miracle, his game continues, 5-1-3. Got
Radiant's
the drums,
bottom
gonna have
tower
a
is under
point
attack.
soon. Mind control will be rushing the blink, no blade mail, no armlets or anything before that. And with the Invoker in your team,
Radiant's
this is typically the build you want to go for.
attack.
You don't need any damage items when you've got Sunstrike to back you up.
Blink is now Timberman,
Dire's
so
top tower is under attack.
we're ready to start to try and find those pickoffs. Carter doing towards that rally. 2.5k gold, nearly taking down this tier 1 as well, so could be able to make good timing. You can see that's, yeah, second on the net worth. It's still a good pace for this Naga to be hitting.
Dire's top
Fight's
tower
getting some
is
vision
under
on
attack.
Liquid under the cover of Vendetta.
Dire's structures
Situation
are
and top lane, the
fortified.
Timberman will TP in. against Cicada will initiate. Cicada has the Song, doesn't have enough mana for the Song and TP immediately. No way that they can close that gap. Blink already have used, of course, from a man with that initial jump in. Themselves actually bringing Dogfights and iG.Light up towards the top lane. Vendetta again available in 10 seconds. They themselves could look to try and catch out the bear.
Necessary that Matu TP to stop Naga getting the tower goal, but potentially dangerous position if he's careful here.
Fights very much ready to go. Mutuma Man steps a few inches too far away from this tower. He will be in a lot of trouble. Back off. He's going to come around into the jungle. Dogfights into the perfect setup. Vendetta into the stun, follow through control with the lasso from iG.Light and iG.Vit. Again, really stepping it up, getting these big core pickoffs time after time. Liquid starting to kind of struggle to find those pickoffs themselves. Miracle has headed down bottom. Will look to make a plan to paparazzi. I mean, look at the damage this Invoker does. My goodness!
Who needs Sunstroke?
What the heck?
You don't need a land of Sunstroke when you can do that.
Alacrity. It's a good spell.
He's got max gold already, so yeah, I guess that explains that. Your Invoker is level 14. The next highest level here in the game is level 10.
That Alacrity doing what? Close odds to 300 damage.
Radiant's
A
bottom
right
tower
click there at
is under
14 minutes
attack.
in. It's a strong hero,
Radiant structures are fortified.
especially when it's in Miracle's hands. To but they go, Liquid. Get one hero off the map.
Radiant's bottom
They
tower
have smoked
has
in.
fallen.
Question is, any of the spidey senses of iG.Vit going to be tingling to check it out? Looks like probably not. It's already down to half health.
You know, Matu doesn't have life steal, so they're not expecting this to happen perhaps.
They've got this though, the false promise and the press the attack, and look at that. Tasty, tasty heal. Straight back up to full health with the combination of those two spells.
Typically you see the Ursa Rush blink, and you know that Roche is a little bit tricky to do. Still possible, but yeah, same ease of...
Top lane GH just trying to chill out and work his way towards the blink, but the eyes of iG.Vit, they're closely upon him.
Got up to 4.2k, he's got the relic money, he's close to Radiant.
Radiant's middle
Very, very
tower
good news from
is
the
under
Naga Siren.
attack.
And as you mentioned, definitely a game where if the Naga Siren does get out of control, there are some issues in terms of some of the core matchups. Ursa mentioned, not the best hero for dealing
Dire's
with
top
a
tower
farm
is
Naga.
under attack.
Of course, they do have other answers. You know, Miracle is going to have a lot of control and burst for these levels that he's getting on this Invoker.
This will do.
Still, you never really want to deal with a Naga Siren that's got a good Radiance timing, and that certainly might be something that the Liquid will have to do so. 16 minutes and just 200 away from the rest of it.
They want to speed things up now, get chain pickoffs using the Legion duel, the Ursa Blink, the Aegis can play super aggressive with this. Invoker, he can play a bit more farm split pushy. Like he wants to be solo pushing a lane with the Forward Spirits, I imagine. Not to double Forward Spirits up, but the iG.Vit being the aggressors here, trying to catch Liquid, or at least GH, because he's just trying to farm his Blink up, but he may get punished for that aggression.
Try and find Dogfights into the tree line, but GH hunts him down. Mind control, and something of the dual damage as well. Miracle gets himself involved, makes sure that he is also able to get a bit of a cash bonus from that one. For the Ags now complete. 17 minutes, drums, Ags, and Midas all in the bag here for this Invoker.
Double damage.
Oh, very, very big. So far ahead of absolutely everyone else in this game. The Naga by a pretty big margin, but it can change now with the Radiance. The farm will speed up for the Naga Siren. Be mindful of, choose to start taking some more objectives and trying to shrink the map as far as where iG.Vit is farmed.
Matu with a double damage ready to fight, jumps in, and CM, not a chance for Super.
The world will
Right. Deep spot here at bottom lane. Yeah, he's already trying to back up out of there.
Miracle has been getting so much space as well. He's been sat on this bottom lane for the last few minutes, just farming the waves.
We'd likely get this tier 2 tower fairly soon if iG.Vit don't make a big response for it, but I don't think they necessarily need to or want to. They're happy just farming the top jungle, the top side of the map. Got this Naga Radiance, don't try and rush any fights now that
Radiant's
you've
bottom
this
tower
item
is
timing
under
in a
attack.
pretty decent state of the game.
And then Mutuma Man and Mind Control looking to make a jump. Dogfights is there with the Vendetta, has their eyes on him. There's the position of Mind Control.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Can't go for anything though. Mind Control does have friends in the neighborhood. GH is there. Man still very, very close around. Bottom lane, Liquid get that space for the tower, as expected. Miracle now with the boots of travel. Recipe on its way. Will then be
Radiant's
looking
bottom
for
tower
that
is under
link
attack.
sphere, which is good. Very nice against a lot of the stuff ready from Vitality. The lasso initiation and the burst damage that
Radiant's bottom
Dogfights would have been
tower
hoping
is
to
under
do with that
attack.
mana burn as the game's
Good
going.
mid. iG.Vit really want to go on Matu. He's got an Aegis. They smoked into Team Liquid, but the first hero they saw was a hero they just can't
Radiant's
go on.
bottom tower
So they
is
cancel
under
the smoking,
attack.
get out, and Liquid say, oh,
Dire's
we know
top
where they are,
tower
let's smoke
is
into
under
them.
attack.
I'm just to see if this time Miracle comes around to join for the team fight, and certainly looks like the maneuver will suggest so, as the full 5 of Liquid looking to try and catch something out. Paparazzi very careful about how he comes out the base. It looks like iG.Vit are aware. Dogfights, yeah, heads out with a vendetta, very nice. Immediately scouts out that action was being looked for from Liquid, so iG.Vit will be safe at avoiding it down bottom. Mid lane though, Super was left on his own, and Matuma quickly in and bringing her down once again.
Elbu on that one, 4-4 CM. Better off sitting back in your base, giving your team Arcane Aura. Throughout the hero's role for
Radiant's
now.
middle
Miracle
tower
bottom,
is under
nice
attack.
tornado, will find Nyx.
The line's been drawn as well. Liquid, they know Cicada's in this area.
Miracle's dying.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Get him. And Cicada's out of there. Great bit of play for iG.Vit. Cicada was, I mean, he was so close as well because Mind Control walked up and he was halfway through about to lay down the duel. Song just too quick from the Naga.
And Miracle, he had the sentry there. He tried to perhaps bait in the Nyx and go for a turnaround kill. Many heroes there for him to mess around with. Jug, Slash, they're willing to throw all the spells they had to make sure they got the kill, and sure as hell do.
Who ended up getting the money. And Paparazzi did as well on the Jug, so very, very nice for him.
Shadowblade. This is
yes.
this is an okay Shadowblade game. You
Yeah.
need to find picks. Invoker's split pushing always. It feels like a game where getting a Shadowblade where your Naga's pushing out lane, so it's a lot easier to use an item like Shadowblade to find pick
Up top, looking at pickoffs, iG.Vit move into find another. Matuma will jump in. He really wants that Crystal Maiden, and he will get it. GH comes in with a Burrow Strike, trying to help Matuma escape. Still into line dogfights, and the Naga in the neighborhood. The jewels there from Mind Control though, and they find the big kill, taking out Cicada. Paparazzi shadowblading up. We'll look towards Matuma with a Blade Fear as well. He should get at least the Ursa now. Matuma getting away on 6 HP, finally falls. They'll get the kill, but GH still playing around with dogfights. You've got Mind Control and Lyrical.
Dire's middle
Miracle
tower
chasing
is
down
under attack.
Paparazzi, healing the wall gone. Main room picked up. Paparazzi, no way. Well, I say no way. He's got a Shadowblade. They don't have detection.
I'll go sentry now.
Okay, there we go. Kuroki turns up at the time of need. The support items. End of the day, Liquid do end up coming out on top. Vitality tried to sweep around, get those kills. Liquid were able to fight back quick and hard.
In the Ursa, not the biggest deal though. Naga at least went down early on in the fight, but has respawn now, yeah. So Naga goes down as well. So yeah, definitely not the fight iG.Vit were hoping for, losing all their real important heroes. Jug, Naga. Liquid able to bounce back, find some kills immediately upon Invoker's respawn. He's close to level 20 already. Punked a little bit by a Bat Rider. That definitely needs friends if he wants to go for this kill.
I've got a Nyx
Radiant's top tower
relatively
is
close by, but already away.
Radiant's top
Miracle
tower has fallen.
Gold and sweet.
to safety. Paparazzi though. Blade, immediate blink out from Matuma, not wanting to mess around with the Juggernaut.
Shadowblade's Mind Control has one as well. He'll be looking to hunt around, fish for kills. Set Miracle up, if possible.
Could find something here, but there's a lot of heroes on iG.Vit available to turn it around. If you want to jump, he does. Straight in onto Paparazzi with Matuma backup as well as the Sunstrike. They can take him down before they lose any lives. And in fact, to go for more dogfights, try to TP out, he will make it. Nothing to cancel it.
No bash proc. At least 2 or 3 times there.
Dire's middle tower is
Gabe.
under attack. Radiant's top
Try and
tower
maybe push
is
down
under
this
attack.
tier 2. Once they to form up, no jump for 20 seconds. TP want to fight. Set up onto the man turns, hasn't got that enraged for another 15 seconds, in a lot of trouble. Back up there for Kuroki. Can they get him out? It doesn't look like they can, or maybe with the second purge from Mind Control. Matsumaman TP's out and he'll make it back to base. Kuroki will pay with his life though. Sakata seeing if he can chase down for more. He needs to get in range of Mind Control with this song, and he will. Nice gap closer there from Sakata, but the Mind Control blinked just in time. They'll check the tree line, but they're off the mark. And Mind Control, he's going to be fine, and backup's turned up. GH is there, along with Miracle. A quick deafening blast to the face to bring down the Naga Siren, and they're not done yet. Liquid in July in the tree lines, but Super with the ultimate. Dogfights control as well. Miracle, he's falling low, and Super with the freezing field. The damage is enough. They brought the Invoker down. GH is out as well, and at the end of the day, is the turnaround on the turnaround as iG.Vit coming out with huge, huge kills, bringing down Miracle. Liquid have got to be careful. I mean,
Heroic Crystal Maiden freezing field.
That was so much damage. It must have been done there by Super.
Yeah, more damage than any of his teammates in that fight, according to the recap. So very important stuff. Miracle was throwing all his spells first at the Naga and then into the trees at the Batrider that he just ignored the CM next to him, which normally is fine. Like, you don't expect to have to worry about that CM, but he just was freezing field. And Miracle had used his Tornado, used his Cold Snap as well on the Naga Siren, so he didn't really have instant access to any disables.
This'll come in handy. Dire's top tower
Taken
is
out.
under attack.
Troll, look for a setup. It's the real Naga Siren. Do have pull-ups. Sakata could be in a lot of trouble here.
Sunstrike though, so not. He has the damage without the Sunstrike.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Brett Cardo as well in terms of his progress. Manta style, Mind Control, he's underneath a sentry. iG.Vit again. This game very, very even.
Themselves in it with the Naga farm and finding a few key kills. Time again, Miracle's died a couple of times. Despite all the kills and how well he's played, those deaths give a lot of comeback money when you're that far ahead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's a Glimmer Cape done as well, so these freezing fields become shoot. Just find the right positioning. Just pushing out the bottom lane. iG.Vit look to group up mid. Ready in July on the sidelines, looking for the angle to get that pick off. Liquid come in for some sort of a defense. Question, dogfights Vendetta up. Look for setup. Matsumaman, if he comes forward to this wave, could be deadly. It's like, no, you already a factor there. Elsewhere towards this top lane, where Miracle hiding in the tree line. He's going to try for a solo kill potential onto Sakata. The Cold Snap stopping him from being able to get the song out. And there we have that combo.
See a little play from Miracle. Solo kills a Naga. Can't sleep with the Cold Snap.
Radiant's top tower is under
Gets
attack.
out of there immediately. Brutal stuff as Naga.
Poor old Super. Oh no, the Glimmer Cape. Oh, sorry, just the Shadow Amulet.
Even better.
Enough to save him. Yeah, he can stay there forever. This Mind Control has been juked, but we'll be fine. Does have a TP as well to get out when it's a little safer.
Shadow Amulet's a very good item. Sometimes, like, I upgrade to the Glimmer Cape, I'm like, man, I wish I still had my Shadow Amulet for permanent.
The breaking this time. Drainage Roche once again. Aegis into the hands of Matsumaman. If they're ready to throw it again for one of these pushes mid lane. Towards the bat. That's out with the blink. Sakata's just TP'd in. Get the initiation. Looks like Sakata will of course use the illusions to push it out a bit. He heads back to join the rest of his ranks. Liquid still sticking around, of course. Mind Control ready to grab the team on the dares to come forward. Should get this tier 2 at the least. So we're on the map dog fights, just cleaning out some camps on the top lane as well as Super. Pick up levels towards that level 12, that second point in the ultimate. And Sakata down bottom, 1500 towards that ultimate orb. Okay.
That key split push timing. Still won't have an Octarine call for quite some time. And what Liquid can do as far as objectives now with Aegis in hand. pretty low in health and may look to finish like a BKB before too major, but Miracle continues to farm and accelerate. 22, almost 23 now. It's 23. Octarine Core queued up as his next big item.
That's crazy. 5k ahead of a Radiance Naga, and a Radiance Naga that got that Radiance at a decent time sometimes. This is an insane amount of farm from Miracle, and it's going to add up to even more there. The setup from GH and the damage. Finish it off from that Sunstrike. Gets him involved in yet another bit of action.
Feels like outside of the Naga, the rest of the iG.Vit team can't farm. That's often what happens in these Naga games, and one of the downsides of the hero is that it's Naga who has to push out every lane, takes all the farm on the map, takes all the jungle, and then there's heroes like Nyx who have a blink, but you really want to have a blink, a full stuff, an Ags eventually. This game could go 40-50 minutes, and I don't even know if Nyx would be able to farm an Ag Scepter because there's no farm on the map for him, and he didn't go for the Midas. It's definitely a game where I feel like Midases would have paid off. Even heroes like Batrider are going to struggle to get further items because there's so little farm on the map to take for yourselves. Jug, his net worth has suffered as a result, so very good game for the iG.Vit supporting cast. Other cores even get much.
BKB's closing in for a few of Liquid's cores now. Looking for it before they go for a big aggressive play halfway on the recipe. But on mind control, yeah, it's full BKB out. Oh no, yeah. No.
Oh
yeah, he's got the Ogre Club instead. He's got it. He's got the full BKB ready.
Apparati, Sunstrike.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What Vitality can do in terms of high ground defense if Liquid do come in after these pushes. Ready to go straight up the high ground. Quite's holding him back.
Radiant
Pop,
structures
drop.
are fortified.
Cliff.
Dire's top tower
And mind control's not even worried about having to get out the tower during the cliff.
So that BKB in the heel and the back of Kuroki that we have immediately coming in with the perfect timing, the pulse from it. There's the combo from Miracle, trying to force iG.Vit back, and Paparazzi with the play fury moves forward. With the burst strike and the duel onto Skada, the Naga Siren's out. 60 seconds, buys back immediately.
Still got ages, they can still lurk around. They can use false prophets to be careful.
My man tries to turn the net and the frostbite, holding him back here, falling down low. The heals from Kuroki. Once again, protecting that Aegis for as long as they can. Sleep is there. Played through his well to make sure the Batumran can't blink his way out of this one. And he will almost certainly fall down the once, but the damage here from Miracle as the Tornado flies in will dispatch off the Nyx assassins. Surely not the healing ward, keeping him just alive with those one charges. He'll actually get his way out of there. Injuli's not going to be as lucky as the bear jumps in, rips it apart with the claws, but Liquid is starting to fall low once again with this freezing field super, killing Matumbaman nearly as he just walks it off as the enrage. GH back in with a burrow strike to take Cicada down a second time this team fight. It is a dieback on the Naga Siren. No Naga for 80 seconds. He did indeed took an Omni Slash to the face, and he's out and down for 90. Miracle throwing his life away to the blade of Paparazzi. A lot of money for the Jug, and with that kill, it will be enough to force Liquid back. They won't get the racks.
Regret that blink in, but crazy to think they actually, Liquid lost only an Aegis before that Miracle dive and a bit of over-aggression. He really wanted to commit for the kills. If he gets that Jug kill there, it's probably racks and even the game. Jug didn't have buyback, I believe, and a lot of buybacks had already been used for the rest of the iG.Vit team. So even with the hold, they lost a tier 3 tower. You can take shrines, you have to use buyback.
Jug, yeah, both the
Bat and
Bat
Naga.
and Naga. The
Naga's
Naga
buyback, the big
died
one.
a second time, yeah.
I mean, that's nowhere near worth it for iG.Vit and still looking fantastic for Liquid. That Miracle Death at the end. He's going to have level 25 with Octarine Core when he respawns. Got a Tomb of Knowledge waiting for him. And brutal stuff, but he's
Another little freebie. More damage from Mind Control. CM caught out. Trying to be taken down by Liquid. However, healthy plus 76. Dream well indeed. Without that dieback, it's a bit of a pipe dream away from him. It's a lot of time.
Dogfights might be able to snipe a courier. He's put down this ward. I feel like you're putting down
Radiant's
just to
bottom
snipe
barracks
couriers.
are under attack.
Whole point of that ward.
Dire's courier
Get
has
it.
been killed.
It's just a tome on it though, nothing massive.
Miracle was sending it there to buy the Octarine core, but he can walk to the top if he wants. Hey, guess what? You don't need to walk to the top. If you're getting racked to win the game, you need Octarine core. Not Miracle at the time being. Naga is not even in position to defend. 5 seconds before he has a TP.
Price gets the stun onto one, but quick reactions there. They jump in with the jewel. And let's put the damage bring down in it. They do indeed. He's out and down. So bringing the Timberman away from his team. Gates trying to run in with the epicenter. Gets the bulletproof forward stroke after the Blade Fury wears off, and that's jugged down as well. 2 out on the side of iG.Vit. Triple kill from Miracle as they bring out the CM. Buyback will be there from him. He's set up with the sleep, but what do they really have with 2 the big damage dealers out for a good amount of time? Can't quite get the kills, but once again they temporarily push Liquid back. As yeah, look at the creep coming from this Naga. So that both mid and top consistently pushed out. But the bottom lane creeps are in, so that backdoor protection is of course down across the whole base. Seems to be all that Liquid need to get themselves in onto the mid racks as they pick up themselves up a second set.
No lasso. They can't initiate without Nyx or the Batrider lasso. They just all they can do is stand around idly while they lose the racks, and that's a second lane. That makes this game very challenging for iG.Vit at this point, and Liquid want they'll swing top, try to get that T2 tower. Don't have the Aegis to play around anymore, but they've got their 6 gods in Invoker. They are close to being full ready to go. Not much left for iG.Vit at this point. Even with the Naga Siren, doesn't really feel like a game that she's going to be able to stall out. There's not enough farm on the rest of the iG.Vit side to really, you're not really buying time for anything. It's progressing nowhere other than delaying the inevitable.
Loaded to the gills.
And as we mentioned, this nice for Liquid in terms of, well, obviously can't make it to the upper bracket, but may put them in that position to have that 3rd place if tiebreakers do end up occurring. It does resolve on rely on a lot of other results going certain ways. Maybe the chance for series win.
This
Certainly does look to be the case here, unless iG pull off some sort of amazing comeback.
For Liquid, it's just going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, it's nice and all, but you kind of wish you had these performances earlier on in the groups.
Yeah.
You get a win or 2 early on, it gives you the confidence, and it's so easy to work off a good start to the group to win the group. That was like OG and iG. I mean, yeah, these are teams that are in good form to begin with, but you win early on in your group, it's much easier to win those later series. For Liquid, it's come a bit late from them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Go top lane, Liquid take another tier 2,
Dire's middle tower
and
is
now
under attack.
in position. Finish off that final set from iG.Vit, but iG.Vit, they'll to their advantage, they're heading back. 3 of them at least so far. They keep Cicada and Paparazzi down on the bottom.
Get down.
So
Yeah, why not? Top lane's still pushing out if you want to deal with that. If you want to head that direction. Miracle can push out mid and bottom if he really wants, but one of the things about Naga is that while she clears creep waves, she doesn't actually hit buildings incredibly fast. So they can kind of ignore it. Well, the Paparazzi does hit buildings pretty nicely, but they'll just flip. If they get megas, it may just be game over. And Miracle's going to head back to defend anyways with his tornado.
Radiant
okay, Cicada's headed back. And it's about the opening here. Lasso bringing my control away, does have the Aegis. They'll pop him once. They'll pop him again though. GH comes across, cancels the freezing field there with a burrow strike. Mind control instantly with a blink down. But man already worked his way through the racks along with Miracle and the rest of the gang as Liquid will claim the megas. Miracle BKB'd up, finds the final racks.
Miracle cancels the Jug's TP. He went back to defend, tornadoed the Jug's TP, and then right in front of Jug's face, TP to the top lane. So it was a bit of like a BM play in some ways. I mean, it was the right play. Cancel his TP. You don't care about losing racks from megas, and this Jug is stuck here. He's up now. No TP to work with. Great play from Miracle to secure the game and get megas. Realistically, take game number 2. They'll won't TP just yet. They're thinking, hey, we got Naga, we can push out lanes, but they'll soon find this game is not heading to a pretty direction.
But Timberman pulling a little low, but does have the cheese. They will be able to walk it off. It's an annoyance. I mean, they have these little illusions, bringing them down to half. And They are holding on, iG.Vit. As you said, they do have the potential to push these lanes out, but it's still such a tough game for them.
Push the lanes out, but at what point do you win a team fight or take any more lanes of racks or really eat up the game?
I'll take
It's
your
like
tribute.
not coming their way, but hold on, they'll see what they can do. The pressure from Miracle, he's going to be going that 6-slotted status. Just the blink in his backpack for now. To have some fun and show off a bit, I imagine, for this stage. Does need to be careful, doesn't it? Buyback, but
I mean, yeah, Dave, you never know. If Liquid are able to throw this game, I will be incredibly.
side right now, I don't even actually think.
Is it throwable?
Miracle dying without buyback. They probably don't even lose a rack because the rest of the heroes are strong enough that they can fight and hold pretty well, and Mega Creeps damn hard.
Miracle with this DD. The rest of Liquid ready to fight. iG.Vit's last chance here to do something about Liquid taking this series 2-0. What can they do? Who is going to be the first to jump in?
That's pretty tempting, Miracle.
The side over the tree line. July looks for the jump, finds the key one here. And they can bring the Oracle out. Already trying for the combo, but the spike characters will hold him back momentarily, Miracle. Epicenter, everything coming down to Scudder, but he has got buyback. BKB's already popped by Liquid. The iG.Vit can try and find some sort of a catch. Who have we got here on the back lines? His dog fights from the high ground. Liquid doing a little tentative outside the base. They know they haven't got this Oracle. They're major savers. Dog fights. Still very careful how close he goes. Knows that that SK does have the gem. There's the blinking. First stun onto Miracle. Can't get anything to follow through there. Man's going to want to jump in. Paparazzi pots the Manta. We're being forced back here by the illusions. And the Naga Siren.
He's down.
Yeah, dog fights with the blink forward. It has the further control. Certainly slowing them though. He's struggling to really close that gap. Illusions of radiance, they certainly do hurt.
Being pretty pesky to continue pushing, but Kuro's back with freeze. He'll have everyone back up. There you go.
Jump immediately and onto Injuly. Injuly's out, does not have buyback available, and they'll look to set up for more with the Yules. Onto Super, tries to slide his way away, just to have the Glimmer Cape, isn't going to make it. They do have this Omni Slash onto Legion Commander, but the last bounce isn't going to go the way of Mind Control. Paparazzi can't finish off the Legion. The refresh is there from Miracle as he looks to style on the jug
Double
with the
BKB.
second deafening blast. And indeed, GG is called. At the end of the day, it's all too much for iG.Vit. 36 for 17. Liquid will take the series 2-0. Of course, doesn't get them to that upper bracket, winners bracket. Be in the lower bracket for sure, but maybe, if our maths is correct, they can still contest third.
Gets him up to 6 points, which is
Same
currently
as
tied
that-
second. But
But we know that
yeah, so
MP Newbie or iG, one of them is going to get more points.
one of them is guaranteed
Yeah,
more points
more
because
points.
they're playing each other. NP